Hello everyone. Today we're looking at an entirely different game, Battlerite. Battlerite is a spiritual successor to Bloodline Champions. It has the same basic aspect of a battle arena in a fighting style like traditional MOBAs, except the movement is controlled with WASD. The game types are your choice between 2v2 or 3v3, although the queue time for 3v3 is quite a long wait as opposed to the 5 to 20 second wait for 2v2. There are the usual roles you see in MOBAs to choose from: melee, range damage, or support. Since you queue into the game as the champion you picked, you can always focus on having fun with one that you like, or work on getting better on each champion one by one. Since it's 2v2 or 3v3, matchmaking won't give you two of the same roles in your team. But since they have the roles so simplified, you can end up with a healer and a slow range damage versus a healer and a bruiser. In a MOBA sense, that's a losing situation, but each round gives you a choice of upgrades to your abilities. This morphs your character to adapt to your environment. There are only 3 choices each round, and the enemy team gets to empower themselves too, so kinda like Heroes of the Storm, your character may be waiting to shine with the round 3 or 4 buff to really counter your opponent. So until then, it's all about the skill. Every character has a similar moveset. Left click is the auto attack, of course. Right click is the ranged attack, whether offensive or defensive. Space is the movement ability. Q is the defensive counter ability. And E is usually the control ability. Fears, stuns, stuff like that with a few exceptions. Then there's also the 2 ultimate abilities. Landing hits on your opponent charges a meter to use these abilities. All of these abilities are very unique to your character. The R ability only takes 1 charge, but has a long cooldown, while the F ability takes 4 charges, but is on a 1-second cooldown. The F ability is usually vastly superior to the R ability, so it's up to you in the battle whether or not you want to use a charge on an R ability or hold out for your F ultimate. Those decisions will decide the game. Since it's a 2v2 or a 3v3 battle, and the maps are decently large, running away to gather HP or cooldowns is totally viable, even if it leaves your teammates in a jam for a second. There are respawning orbs that give HP or help charge your ultimate meter, so leaving the fight to grab those can be really helpful. And there's also an orb in the middle that you have to destroy to give a huge boost to you and your teammate's ultimate meter. But it's based on the last hit, so it can easily be stolen if you're not careful. But you can't keep kiting and grabbing orbs forever. After 2 minutes, a darkness starts to envelop the map, making it smaller and smaller until the match ends. When a character gets caught in the darkness, their health goes down rapidly, forcing you to stay inside the map and fight your opponent. Depending on your character, this is your chance to go all in, or position yourself to use your crowd control abilities to knock your opponent into the darkness for the win. It's a very stressful segment of the game, but it can be extremely rewarding sometimes. And that's really it to Battlerite. Believe me, being able to explain all the mechanics of a MOBA in that short of a time says a lot about the game. It's a game about knowledge and skill, while the mechanics of the game ramp up the pressure immensely as the match goes on. The game is quick, intense, and very satisfying. It's in early access now, but it will be free to play at launch. Buying into early access gets you all champions, present and future, so it saves you a lot of time and possibly money if you want to catch up fast. We don't know the pricing of the champions yet because of this, but we do know the cosmetic business model. Once again, the loot crate fad has found its way to another free-to-play game. Now, I have a personal issue with cosmetics and isometric games. Back when I played League of Legends, way back when in 2009, 2010, hard to remember, I totally spent over $100 on skins that I enjoyed. Then I played Smite. I went into that game totally free to play, minus the God Pack of course. Then, eventually, their art team went insane and came out with the craziest, most detailed skin models that redefined my expectations for cosmetics. The one that broke the camel's back was Wukong's Darth Maul skin, the most important $4 I've ever spent. I only bought gems when they were on sale, which was often. I bought about 20 skins after that I will never regret, although I maybe only had to buy another $20 worth of gems to afford them. Since then, going from game to game like Dawn-Gate, Heroes of the Storm, it was impossible for me to justify paying $10 to $20 for mostly unimaginative or poor quality skins. I mean, the character models are made small enough in the first place. It's very hard to put Smite or Overwatch level quality into their skin designs. Overwatch clearly speaks for itself. Thank you, all you viewers, for helping pay for my addiction. Battlerite went the exact same route as Overwatch, but with some different pricing. There are also multiple types of chests: normal, rare, legendary, and seasonal. Since your account doesn't have levels, the way to earn chests are by winning for currency to buy chests, completing daily quests for normal chests, and leveling up each character. That currency can only buy the rare and seasonal chests. But after 42 matches, I have just enough for one seasonal chest. That's like twice as long as leveling in Overwatch. Leveling up each character unlocks normal chests and a legendary chest at the end. Note, the legendary chest only guarantees one legendary, and you only get 3 items in a box. So after that, you only have 2 chances of a 5% chance to drop. And for how many legendaries there are for each character already, that's stupid. Duplicate currency is the same as Overwatch, but since legendaries make up a third of the items in this game, it's nuts to have that shitty of a drop rate and still give 1/5 currency for duplicates. Only rare and seasonal boxes can be bought with real money. It's $10 more for 5 less chests than Overwatch with the highest value pack. And seasonal chests are $14 for 10 chests. They also have this one-time bundle for a specific character for $8. Pretty sure it's something they do when a new hero comes out. I'm not sure. Not a bad idea, honestly. Especially if they guarantee a legendary. The duplicate currency is the same as Overwatch, so nothing new with that. But since the legendary cosmetics cover costumes, weapons, and mounts, it's a much bigger time sink to get what you want, since you never get a legendary in a chest in the first place. Seasonal items are at least only double the price as opposed to triple, I guess. So with this pricey, poor RNG, lower quality business model, I'm a little disgusted. It shows in the game too. I rarely see people decked out in legendary gear. I don't know how much money Stunlock Studios needs to be making for this game right now, but when you're outpricing a competitive Blizzard game, you're doing it wrong. And I know these are 2 very different games, but if Battleborn and Paladins taught us anything, it's that everything labeled MOBA will be compared to Overwatch now. I might look into the actual statistics of their RNG to point out the price per legendary, because after testing out $100 into the game, it was not pretty. I got 3 legendaries and enough currency to buy 4. $100 in Overwatch is close to about 20 legendaries and enough currency to buy 10 or so. Not to mention, playing the game got me all of the rest. The only thing that took my money was the Summer Games fiasco, and I'm not counting that. So, all in all, Battlerite is an incredibly fun game, don't get me wrong. I enjoy playing it a lot more than Overwatch, when I don't have friends online who want to play Overwatch. It's just, the studio will never get another cent from me because their business model is price gouging an already sleazy slot system. At least in other MOBAs, you can pay straight up for the skin and not waste your time. Ugh, okay, whatever. Go play it. I recommend the early access to get all the champions now, but I'm not against the free-to-play model for heroes as long as it doesn't turn out to be an impossible grind. I just strongly urge that no one pay a single cent past that, so that hopefully we might see changes. It's not like the cosmetics are worth it yet anyways. Not in my opinion. Thank you guys for watching. I'll have more gameplay videos soon where I show that I do actually have fun playing this game. Feel free to comment on it below, and I hope to see you in-game.